Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
What up, 7 Mile Radio? You are tuning in to the Excuse My Truth podcast with co-hosts Mac and Macho. Per usual, we want to thank Mart and 7 Mile Radio for this platform. And we want to thank you all for listening in. We want to welcome your comments. Please call in if you feel compelled. You can remain anonymous if necessary. But check this out. We have a hot topic for you tonight. Side piece season. It's about to be fall, winter, cuddle season, all that, right? So, fellas, would you? Could you? Would you? Could you? Have you? Ladies, have you had a side piece? Why? Why not? Could you? Would you? Once again, we welcome your comments and calls.
It's an iPhone, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on this thing, man. You got to put
Mac
go back to the page.
Are we live and y'all talking?
Yeah,
like
I'm trying to get.
Mac, come on, man. Share me on my page, bro. Hook me up.
Are you on his
We got some technical difficulties, people. You know what I mean. Macho's new to the the
right.
podcast world.
You got to refresh the page and then you'll get to ours.
Mac trying to put me in the game.
And then
and
you
I left
share
my water.
it and just share.
Bet.
There you go.
All
right. So look, hot topic. Side piece season. It's about to be cold. It's time to cuddle. Fellas, would you? Could you? Have you? Ladies.
I'm gonna need some water, bro.
Ladies, have you? Would you? Could you? Why or why not?
Let me get a piece of paper towel, so I'm already getting hot. So listen, let's get to the
let's give them the call-in number real quick.
Okay.
What's the call-in number is 313-723-0481. You can remain anonymous under the circumstances if you need to. It's okay. So let's jump right in. Macho, what is side piece season, and have you ever been one?
Well, I jokingly make the analogy that I used to be a professional side dude. And meaning that I used to literally intentionally only deal with chicks who were in unhappily attached situations, right? So absolutely have been considered a side piece or a side dude. But here's the thing, though. In totality, I made a post, and this is where this comment came from, or the topic came from. I made a post. And on a post,
to your mic, Macho.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. But on a post, I essentially said that I told my friend to introduce me to one of her friends, and she brought a friend with her, and the friend was like legit beautiful. You know what I mean? Everything physically that I would have absolutely wanted to see walk in, and it was a good vibe, right? First night, and no numbers exchanged or nothing. So afterward, I tell my friend, I say, dude, I need you to put me in the game, coach. So long story short, she gets the phone number for me. I tap in with baby girl. Baby girl, very first response in the text message was, you do know I'm not single, right?
Right.
And I'm thinking,
what that got to do with me?
What that got to do with Macho, right? It's not my concern, you know what I mean? But I absolutely appreciated the fact that she told me she wasn't single and allowed me to choose, you know what I mean? Don't strip me of my choice. So in the post, I basically was talking about, you know, are you okay with being a side dude or a side piece? And the thing for me with this particular situation is such a dope vibe. In like 8 days in, I found myself vibing, like really feeling,
Catching
like,
feelings.
oh my god, not, and I don't want to say catching feelings per se, but definitely enjoying the vibe.
You was loving it there.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
I like it here.
And that's her. That's what she kept saying. That's her word. Like, I love it here. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm for it all. And fast forward to when I made the post or whatever. You know, everybody had an opinion. But then I started to feel a type of way because when it's all said and done, I like dealing with single and available and not unhappily and attached, because again, what if the vibe is real? What if
Right.
it's super dope? We can't really do anything with it.
Right.
We're limited.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm just at a stage in life where I'm a whole granddaddy out here in these streets. You know what I mean? I'm 42 years young. I'm at a solid place in my career. Entrepreneur. Shout out to Loyalty Breeds Loyalty. But in being that, like, I feel like I'm an emperor. You know what I mean? Kings bow to emperors. So why should I be settling and subjecting myself to being a side piece?
So why did you?
That's a good question. Because
Just because she fit the
Because you
bill,
loved it there too.
I loved it
You
there
loved
too.
it there too.
but you had to initiate something in order to love it there, to know that you loved it there. Why would you even allow yourself to go there in the first place to get to a point where you love it there?
And transparency is just what it is, and this is why it's called Excuse My Truth. Because on the left side of my brain, he ain't my homeboy, right?
Right,
Like
right.
I'm, you know what I mean. And but the right side of my brain says, when it's all said and done, some people call it karma. Believers call it reap what you sow. You know what I mean. And when you sow those seeds, you're gonna reap a harvest. So I think for me, it was the excitement of reliving and being back in that, because I've been single now about 6 years. You know what I mean? Single father of 3. So, and being single, I deal with single women.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think it was just the excitement of more annoying. And then that's the other thing too, with being a professional side dude, is really learning and understanding and appreciating where dudes were fucking up at. You know what I mean? And being intentional with understanding that, so you can have value to add to this situation.
So being a side dude, you learn everything you need to know in order to be the right dude for the right woman.
I couldn't have said it more eloquently if I'd said it myself.
Yeah,
man.
because a lot of times at the side dudes, you feeling the void of all of the things that the main
Yeah.
dude is doing wrong,
And
then
so now
you
you
hearing
know-
about it. You getting the blueprint.
You know what not to do.
There
And
you
you
go.
know what to do. Or
Yeah.
what to do extra, what she's missing, what you know these women are lacking in their relationship. So let me overemphasize that part.
And then for that reason, sometimes, bro, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems as if to me that sometimes married and women that are in relationships are more available to date than single women even are.
Let me tell you something. I've been there. And I ask these questions just to see what the answer is going to be, not because I haven't been there. I've been there.
Right.
And I've been there for a long time with one person, right?
Oh wow.
And one thing she told me was, I can have a whole relationship and my husband wouldn't even know. And that shit just kind of fucked me up. It's like, how wouldn't he know? Is he not that attentive?
Are y'all not in a relationship for
Well,
real?
what's
Right.
really going on?
What kind
You know
of
what I'm
relationship
saying?
is
And
this?
so the way she presented it was like, well, you know, we kind of like roommates. Neither one of us grew up with our parents in the household, so we want to have both parents in the household for the kids. But I sleep upstairs, he sleep downstairs. He work nights, I work days. We don't even really, and we just come together for the kids. And I was like, that sound good. That sound like a nice pitch. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm 50, so I've been around the block. I done heard the shit. You know what I'm saying? But then the first time the motherfucker came to my house and spent the night, it was like her phone didn't ring except for her kids. This nigga wasn't checking for her. He wasn't looking for her, nothing, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, maybe what she's saying is real. So let me go on and dip my big toe in the water. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I got bit by a
bit.
shark.
Ugh.
Ew.
How long did it go on?
That shit went on too goddamn long. Honest to God, like for real, it went on off and on. It went on for 5 years. So every time I would cut the shit off, like I don't want to do this. I'm better than this. I deserve more. I
fall right back into the
ain't
fight.
no item on the shelf you can just pull off and when you ready and just want me to sit on that shelf doing absolutely nothing while you over here entertaining your unit. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
this is what we not about to do. So I tried that shit several times. Right.
Question.
What up?
In the midst of you dealing with that, and yours went on for off and on for a little while.
A long time.
Did you get to a place where you felt like you were the main, or did you feel
I
like you...
was the main. That's
No,
the
no.
shit.
When I say main, meaning even ranking over the. At
No,
home.
I would never place myself above her husband unless she placed me above her husband.
You were the main side piece.
I was the main side piece.
Okay.
I never put myself above her husband because that's just something I can't compete with. Y'all stood before God and witnesses and said, I fucking do, until death do us part. So this
Right.
one of them things that y'all got to work through until death do y'all part. I'm one of them things. That's how, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them things y'all got to work through till death do y'all motherfucking part. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. You know what I mean? I recognized my role, but I ain't gonna lie. I caught feelings. You know, if you do that shit for 5 years off and on, you gonna love a motherfucker. You gonna care about a motherfucker,
You wouldn't
right?
you wouldn't been there that long if you didn't have some
But
sort of.
look, 3 months into the shit, I was like, nah, I don't want to do this shit. New Year's Eve, right? New Year's Eve, I was like, I don't want to take this into a new year. You know, I'm better than this. You better than
New
this.
year,
You know,
new me.
only person happy is you. You getting everything you want. He getting a piece of you. The kids getting a piece of you. I'm getting a piece of you.
I'm just getting the leftovers.
You know, and I'm getting really the leftovers of the pieces.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't want to do this. So New Year's Eve, I cut it off. Right? Because I was like, you want to spend New Year's Eve with me? She was like, no, I got to be with the family. Girl, bye. Go ahead. Go ahead. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and call it a day because I realize now from henceforth,
Yeah.
all holidays are going to have to be spent with your family, and I'm going to be out here on the shelf looking dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So go ahead on and do what you need to do, right?
Yeah.
So in the meantime, I done made a few phone calls. You know, ain't nothing but a phone call to get some get back.
Fact.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
I had somebody over there New Year's Eve into New Year's Day morning, right? Motherfucker showed up at my house 7 a.m. New Year's Day. Knocked on my door like, I'm like, hey, what's up? I came outside. She like, oh, I can't come in. No, not today. Now you the side bitch. Quit playing with me. You got another bitch in your bed already? Huh?
What, I
Don't
was
you
supposed I
go
was supposed
home
wait
to
some
another
time?
nigga every day already?
Flag on the play.
So, you know, the problem I have with the side piece shit is I can play that role, but what you're not going to do is limit my role.
Ooh.
I'll be the side bitch and I'll be everything you need, but in the meantime, while you over there entertaining everything else you got, I'm going to be doing what the fuck I want to do.
Just
And
like-
what you're not
just
going to do
like
is
you
hold
are,
me up. You
right?
know what I'm saying? Just like you are.
Right.
But it'd be amazing how the person that has the side piece doesn't want the side piece to do shit else but be their side piece. Who the fuck? What value is there in that? To me.
So essentially, that's just like the dude handcuffing the side piece.
Yeah, and that's what it became. It's not like that. She wanted me. She was like, it's not like that. We don't even sleep together. We don't even blah, 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 blah. I don't know what goes on when you go home, baby girl.
You ain't got to convince me.
I don't need a microphone. I don't need a listening ear.
The point is, the bottom
That's
line
where you
is,
go.
you go home to another motherfucker. Whatever y'all do is y'all
It's
business.
y'all
Just like
business.
Right.
whatever I'm doing
You,
with this
what you
motherfucker in the
not
house.
gonna do is
Control
constrain me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
part,
I could be your side piece, no problem. I could feel the void.
That part.
But I got voids you ain't feeling. So who the fuck's supposed to feel them?
Kanye said
For
straight
real.
up, do you? Well, listen, and some say hindsight is 20/20, right?
Right.
But this is called excuse my truth.
Absolutely.
Right. So in me excusing my truth,
Yes.
my truth was intentionally not giving a fuck about your dude feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And clearly you're unhappy. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this muck is unhappy. Okay, like she's clearly not happy for you to. So and again, I'm gonna personalize this because we're talking about the post that I made.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, I said I should have followed my first fucking mind. Cause she reminded me of everything my baby mama / I'm sorry, my ex-wife was. Like everything, chocolate. Oh my god, my weakness.
That's how they come, boy.
Thick as cold gravy.
Everything you want.
Okay? Thick as cold gravy and just the whole vibe, like the energy just different. You know what I mean? And where I'm a person who I don't have to be with or be around her because again, let's talk time, right? I don't need to be around you for 6-7 months, a year and a half to know when the vibe and the energy and the chemistry is right. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like, bro, you could be around somebody for 20 years, married for 18, and I know who the fuck that person is.
Say that shit.
So I don't look
I
at it like
heard
it's
it.
only been 8 days, you know what I mean? Because it's been a dope 8 days. Every day was fresh. Every day was organic. And when chicks be talking about cut the hey, good morning and all that text, I know it's only if they ain't looking forward to that from you, my
Right,
dude.
right.
But every motherfucking morning she was looking forward to them voice memos from
From the
Macho.
people that she looking forward to.
That
Macho
part.
don't text. Macho sends voice memos.
Oh yeah, you need to hear the
to
passion.
everybody.
Okay?
He said, you
Fuck
ain't gonna
yeah.
misinterpret my tone. You gonna hear my voice.
That part. That's what you gotta know.
You know?
But the one thing that I found that was super dope about it was organic, it was natural, but at the same token, I know my role.
Right.
And
right.
I'm only gonna be so she's so gone in her Monica voice
Mm-hmm.
after 8 days, and like I told her, unfortunately for you, you can't get what I got to fucking give.
Because you already preoccupied.
You already and it's a waste of me giving it to you for you not to your point.
You can't embrace it. You can't reciprocate it. You can't do shit with it. But take it.
You can't
know what
even
I'm
really
saying?
appreciate it
Yeah.
because you already got a motherfucker at home that you appreciate.
I'm just the extras. I'm the cherry on the top.
You're icing on the
You
cake.
know what I'm saying? But you got your foundation already. And so where we as side pieces, and I will say we because I used to be one, I promise you I will never do that shit again in life. Ever in life, because I know my value.
Facts.
And I will be honest to say that clearly I was not recognizing my value when I reduced it to become second. When I reduced it to become a shelf piece that you can come take off when you got good and goddamn ready. Clearly I wasn't thinking enough of myself to allow myself to participate in that shit. And not just participated in it, but participated in it for so long. Right? I clearly could not have felt for myself what I know I feel for myself now. I will never subject myself to that shit again. Never.
Well, I'm closing up a last little Pandora's box. And to your scenario,
Right.
could the side piece ever be the main/only piece?
Well, I think, every time I would try to cut it off, that's how she would come. Like, I want to be with you. I just want to be with you. I told him about us. I want to get a divorce. I'm going to file for divorce. You know, all that shit just to get you back. And then you don't do no motion once you got me back. And it's like, okay, now I'm back. But I ain't heard shit else about this divorce since I've been back. I ain't heard shit else about this, that, and that. What you're not about to do is play with me for year after year after year. Don't keep coming back to me in the same condition. Because what happens is when you subject yourself and you allow yourself to open up as a side piece and have feelings, right? Now both of y'all got feelings and all that type of shit, right? So now it's like, okay, the person that's a side piece said, I can't deal with this no more. That person should just respect that unless you're going to come back correct. Don't keep coming back in the same situation and expecting that person to continue to open up and deal with it. And you're not changing anything about your circumstance. You're saying you don't give a fuck about how that person feels.
It's almost like saying a best apology is change behavior. You didn't
Exactly.
change
That
your
is
behavior.
the best apology. Don't
Right.
keep coming back like, I'm sorry. I know I hurt you. I know I've been leading you. I know I should have told.
Apology without change behavior is manipulation.
That's all it is, and that's exactly what it is. But it's a beautiful thing if you can be. Well, I won't say beautiful because it's really not right. But it's a good thing if you can be that side piece and keep your feelings in check. Even if you see that person as everything you could possibly want. The vibe is good. And how do you now keep your feelings in check so you don't go past being the side piece and the side piece
on the inside.
and the side piece with pressure?
We not gonna play like my guy last week didn't hip us to it wasn't an invitation, it was a solicitation. Then he just doubled back and said words without action.
Apology without change behavior
without
is manipulation.
change behavior is
Oh,
manipulation.
shit.
I like
Taj
it.
said, I married my side piece.
Oh, damn.
God damn. Is Taj a female or a male?
Yeah,
I
that
can't
looks
see.
like
I
a
ain't got my
pretty ass
glasses
woman
on.
there. That
That's a
looks like-
female.
that look like a
Taj, call in. Tell us your story. What is the
Absolutely.
call
She
in
said
number?
it.
Call-in line
Possible.
is 313-723-0481.
Please
Right there
tell
on
us your story.
the bottom right-hand corner of the screen right there.
So
is
what
a-
happened to the main piece?
Yeah, what happened to the main piece that
Please
was the
call us
main when
and
your
tell us
side
about
piece
that.
became the main?
Yeah, we need you to
Ooh,
call
wait.
in, Taj. Tap in.
Girl, I want to hear that story.
Tap in. That sounds juicy. I didn't know that.
Now, I was a side piece before, right? And it's a contrary situation, right? Where the girl told her husband was cool with the shit. That nigga was cool, and he shook my hand. They invited me to the little birthday party and shit.
DL Collins said, "I never knew that."
Never knew what.
He commented on the Taj. He said, "I never knew
DL,
that."
that's DL. She said that.
Doug, like, I'm just trying to understand, like, how that work. Please call in if you can.
Taj, we need you to call in. The people need to hear this story.
Yeah, we need to hear some information.
Yeah, we need.
I
to
mean,
know.
because really, a side piece can
Married.
become a main piece if they are consistent,
Sister,
if they
she's
are
married.
patient.
So that mean well then I guess the extent of that would be I guess you can make a whole housewife. Because would your side piece be like your?
She said that was 20 years ago. But can you bring us up to speed?
But yeah, how was that transition
Are
though?
you
How
still
did-
with them? No, 20 years ago, but it's still current. If you
Are you
married,
still with
are
the
you still
side
with the
piece?
person?
Married to the side piece?
She is
Or did you go back to the main piece somewhere
still
along the
married
way?
to him.
Damn, you know Taj?
I do.
Damn, Taj, call in, tell us about it, girl.
I just didn't know Doggy Bone was the side piece at first. Shit.
Hey, if you play your role right,
Now,
I mean,
was he the
depending on
side
the
piece or was you
circumstances.
the side piece?
Oh,
Who was the actual side piece?
She
in the
said
situation?
she married her side
side
piece,
piece.
which
She
means
did.
she had a main. That
And
nigga was
she-
her side piece,
yeah.
and she married him. So I want to know how the hell
How
that
did
happened,
that happened? Yeah.
and what the main piece do.
and moreover, whatever happened
or
with
what the
the
main piece wasn't doing that caused him to get replaced.
Bro.
So it really
So that
was-
man didn't just come in replacing. That nigga came in putting them shoes on.
Or he didn't come in filling the void. He
Exactly.
came in just putting on
He
the main
put in
show,
the whole
big dog
work.
shoes. Yeah.
He was like, I'm not trying to just be the piece you missing. I'm trying to be
whole arm.
the whole puzzle.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, I mean, it just depends on where that person is in their situation. Are they willing to walk away from that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But some people just ain't willing to walk away, but ain't honest. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the shit gets complicated. Because you want to lead a motherfucker on, you know what I'm saying, and make that motherfucker think you really going to be with them and you really ain't. And you really have no intention. That's where the shit get
That's
bigger.
where the
You
shit
know what
get
I'm
crazy,
saying?
yeah.
Like, don't play with people out here. It's people unstable every day. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we just had a situation, D-Mac, you probably seen it on my page, where 7 Mile in Sherwood, right?
Yes.
There was a guy who
picked up a girl on the first date.
Well,
That nigga
it was
was
his new. It was his
mad.
new girl. It was the girl's new boyfriend. They going out on the date,
Mm-hmm.
and the boyfriend followed them from the house, and they end up shooting the dude in the head in the car with the girl, killing him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, this dude is not over his last situation. You done moved
Yeah,
on.
like you
extra
can't
super
play with
quick.
people's hearts out here, bro.
And see, what
Everybody ain't stable. Everybody don't know how to move the fuck on.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
what I don't want to get ahead with, I want to visit that because that's a different type of wow factor to me when you as a man are willing to take a life, fight, shoot, kill, and die over pussy, and more or less go to jail and spend the rest of your life around penis because you can handle
One
not
pussy.
having some pussy.
One
One when that's a 30-to-1 ratio.
But I mean, affairs of the heart, matters of the heart. Like niggas got feelings too.
100%.
And the reason why a lot of these niggas don't go flip is because they've not ever been able to really learn how to deal with their feelings. Somebody calling in.
What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
Oh, this side.
Hey,
Taj.
Taj calling in with the whole story. So what's going on
Talk
with that?
to us, Taj.
Oh man, it was 20 years ago.
But you still with him?
With I'm still married.
Your side piece, you're married, still married to your side piece that became the main piece.
Yeah.
Good shit. Talk to us about it. How that happen though?
Oh man, he was. Oh, how can I put it? So I had a child by the first, by my main dude,
Mm-hmm.
and then life went on. And I married him. I met him. We started talking. Boom. We wound up kicking it off. Then we wound up being together.
Mm.
And it was like crazy because they was like in a 2-block radius.
Them niggas was from the same hood.
They was homies? Goddamn.
Go ahead.
And so then You know, they had a little beef. You know, wasn't nothing major. Wasn't no like
Shit, wasn't
that.
nothing major. Nigga just had a shootout on the block. Nothing happened really. Nobody got hit.
Hit him with the Draco. They was
And
going.
20 years later, we still together.
So how did that transition? Like, how did you go from leaving your main piece to be with your side piece? Like, what were there any ramifications? How did the main piece handle that shit?
Oh, I guess we got over it after a while, but it was different. It was rough.
It was rough.
Yeah, because we was all from the same neighborhood.
So you just moved around the block?
Around the block, up the street.
And the irony in this is, you said you had a child. By the first one.
So you still got to maintain some level of contact. Damn, that's sticky.
Oh, she was 7 months.
Oh, and she was a baby. Okay, so what? Dog, Taj, what was the main boy not doing that the new man or the side piece was doing to get you away from the main baby daddy? Like, what was he doing? Like, was he gold? 14K? What's up?
Nah, he wasn't gone. He just was a little crazy, a little insecure, possessive. You know.
This is the main piece you talking about.
The main piece.
Okay,
The
okay.
side
Did you
piece,
say
I'm
about to say? Did
the
you say
side
you were
piece
married
and
to the
his
first guy
brother
ever or no?
actually Never.
Okay, all right.
So I was cool with his brother, and I met him through his brother.
So you met
Me
the
and my
side
homegirl.
piece through the main piece's brother, bro?
No, I met the side piece through his brother. Me and his brother was cool.
Oh,
No,
the
so
side
the
piece's
side-
brother.
My best
I got
friend.
it,
My
got
best
it,
friend.
got
Yeah,
it.
Macho best friend.
Got
Me and
it.
Macho best friend was cool first. And then my homegirl was going over to, their house, get high, chill, boom. And then I actually came on to his brother. And his brother like, nah, that's
Oh, so you
that's mama,
initiated
don't do it. And, yeah,
Okay.
I got what I wanted.
So, wow. Okay. So,
I'm different.
So you wasn't happy, basically. with the
Clearly.
situation.
Fucking clearly.
so can you give us some specifics? Like, what was the side dude doing so much better than the main dude? What was he doing? Like, how did he get you? How did he get you to leave what you knew to go to him?
I wanted him.
Oh shit.
So this was one of those reverse, son, put your daddy on the phone.
I came on him.
Daddy,
Okay.
I ain't never coming home. I'm going home with your homeboy.
So that's how that went. I wanted him.
Well, shit.
I guess Taj get what she want.
I ain't mad at
All
you.
the-
I mean, you know what you want. I mean, you ain't got to stay in the situation just to stay in the situation, just to say you stayed in the situation, right? If you see something else you want, you ain't said I do.
Hey, you
Go
single,
get it.
You single until you married. I asked the
Say
woman
that.
was she married
She
to the
looks
first
single
guy.
through these
Say
buffs.
Say that.
She wasn't married to the guy, so she didn't have no binding contracts.
Basically, you just my baby daddy.
Baby daddy.
That's
And
it.
This my husband.
Wow.
Nah, nigga.
Well, Taj, we appreciate you calling in and
Thank you
sharing your
so much.
story. Absolutely. Tap in 7 Mile Radio. Excuse My Truth with Mac and Macho. Thanks, Taj.
I would
Yeah, have
like
a
to
good one.
know. I would like to know if there are any men out here who are willing to call in and confess that you have been a side piece. And
Macho
tell
ain't the
us
only
your
one.
experience. And I ain't the only one either.
Macho ain't the only one. Macho ain't the only dude. And the funny part is, like, even as I'm wrapping up this last,
Hoorah.
this is absolutely the fucking last for me, bro. In my D-Max voice, never the fuck again.
Say that
Like
shit.
never. You know what I mean? And it's not really that I just now realized because I knew it. Like I already
your
knew.
worth.
I already knew my fucking worth. Which is why I only deal with single. You know what I'm saying? Like you come through and chill, we vibe, we blow some, I put you to sleep. Like it's optional whether I let you enjoy that motherfucking sleep, but if you gotta get up and leave. Like
Right.
what the fuck? Like I need it again. I might have, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go.
But see, that's what happens. It becomes a self-sacrifice. Because you're providing everything they need and they want in the absence of not getting it elsewhere.
1000%.
But then when you need and want what you need and want, you have to wait or be just disappointed. And you just have to understand because you knew.
I like that. Because that's what she said
So
to me.
does that make the person selfish, or those are just the terms of the conditions?
I think
that
it's
you have to
selfish. I think it's selfish.
Conditions can change.
Facts.
Terms can change. If we start off saying, look, ain't no obligation, ain't no expectation, we just gonna have some fun while we having fun. But then shit happens and time happens, and then you start developing feelings. Now we have another set of terms. Now we never
We have to go and renegotiate.
exactly. We have a whole nother condition now that we need to address. It's getting deeper. Do we go forward and keep diving? And
Without addressing it.
what is the expected end of us continuing to dive? If there's no expected end, then why dive?
It's like why date if you're not getting married? What's the
You
what's
understand
the end?
what I'm
What's the
saying?
end
Like,
goal?
we're
What's the point?
intentional at
What's
this
the
age,
point of us
right?
doing this?
And listen, when the proper expectations are set up front, okay? But effective communication means, again, it can change.
It
right?
changes.
Like, it can
We're
change.
evolving people. We're evolving creatures. As humans, we evolve. We have emotions. I mean, I don't know a person that can continue to deal with somebody over a period of time and not develop some set of emotional connection to that person. I'm not saying you have to be in love or just to the point where you just done. You know what I'm saying? But shit happens. You know what I'm saying? In the process of interacting.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
agreed.
What you thought on the surface was everything you wanted. You really didn't know until you went a little deeper and started pulling back a few
Well,
layers.
yeah, facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So a side piece can become a problem.
Absolutely.
I became a problem because what you're not gonna do is tell me you love me and I'm your person and you want to be with me and bitch you're not moving in that
You're
direction.
not saying it, but you're not. You're not.
You know what I'm saying? I
actions
don't
ain't
care
matching
nothing
your
about
words.
your word, your
Manipulation.
acts, your words. You
Now
understand
it's
what I'm saying?
manipulation.
Don't try to just emotionally manipulate me because
You
you
know
know
what?
that's what I want to hear.
I think that applies not only when you apologize, but when anything, when any sign of your word isn't mine, right? Anytime that your word isn't your word, when you say something and don't have actions to back it up, that's manipulation. You know what I'm saying? And with lies, right?
It's just words that just evaporate into the air. If there's no action attached to your vocality or your words or your verbal, if there's nothing connected to you just saying something, I'm this. I know what I bring.
So
I
that's
do
when
this.
me
I do
trying
that.
to manipulate
Well,
you to get. How do you get
that's
you in the
it.
mindset?
That's it.
Where I get the results as if I did that,
Right.
but I'm not really
So
doing.
I'm only gonna tell you what I need to tell you to keep you where I want to keep
Tell them what
you.
they want to hear.
They just tell them what they
Want to hear,
Boom, boom,
you know.
boom, boom.
But you know, I learned my lesson. You know, and you put yourself in that situation. You really can't really be mad at the other motherfucker,
At
really
all.
for real,
At all.
because you knew what it was going in.
And that's what
you
she
never,
said to
you
me.
never should have allowed yourself to develop feelings,
That's
even
what
if
she
that
said to
person
me,
did.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, like you could develop feelings all you want to, but I'm the one at risk here.
Facts.
I'm the
You
one with
got
something
everything.
to lose.
You know what I'm saying? If I put my heart in this and I give you all of me and I'm only getting pieces of you, then I look like a whole fool at the end of the day.
I'm setting myself up for failure because I'm
Absolutely.
allowing myself to be vulnerable to a situation that I cannot control.
You teach
Nor
people,
can you complete
No,
it. You're starting
absolutely.
something you can't
you
complete.
teach people how to treat you, right?
Absolutely.
1000%.
Right.
You got.
Absolutely.
So
I'm
you
teaching a love
allowing
language.
somebody to play you like that, then
Yeah.
you teaching them that it's okay to do, you know what I mean? You fine
Yeah.
with that.
And
Yeah.
a person will only do in life what the fuck
You
you
allow
allow
them
them
to
to do.
Absolutely.
And no longer will
And
I.
so who you mad at,
allow
them
you
or yourself?
to
I had to get mad at
Do it one,
myself.
fuck me over once, shame on, what'd it go? Shame on you.
Fool me one time,
Yeah.
shame on
there you
you.
go.
Fool me twice, can't put the blame on
Absolutely.
you.
I had to get mad at myself to change my circumstance.
That's
Me
real.
being mad at her didn't change my circumstance.
Yep. Yep.
Because she could come with the right set of shit to change me from being mad to being glad that I heard from you.
And
But I had to
that's
get
real.
mad at myself like, bitch, you know who you are.
know
Muck
who you are.
who you
Playing
are.
with
Muck
yourself.
who you are.
I mean, no, I can call myself a bitch.
Oh, you talking to you?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about you? You checking yourself?
I'm checking
Okay,
myself. Like,
gotcha,
bitch, you know who you are.
Gotcha.
Why are you even putting up with this shit?
Facts.
Why do you even persist in this shit?
Facts.
You know you have gone too far now. I need you to pull yourself
Facts.
back.
1000%.
Because she's not going to pull you back. She's not going to
She gonna
push you
let
back.
you- she gonna
Because
let
you're
you-
everything that she's missing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's to her advantage to keep you around no matter if it's fucking you up or not.
And me and Mac have not talked about my last entanglement that I'm like wrapping up now, right? We haven't talked about it at all. We
Right.
talked about the topic of the show,
Right.
and she's seen the post that I posted. But here's how I'm gonna support what you just said, because I can't show in my phone now because my phone is recording. But I said that to her. I said
Okay.
I can't be mad at you,
Right.
because you kept shit a buck with me off the
Right.
second text,
Right.
and said, you know, I'm not single. I said, okay, what the fuck that got to do with me?
Mm-hmm.
So you gave me the choice. I could have then said, I'm good. Let me keep it
Right.
moving.
Right.
That's what I should have did.
Right.
Boy, I'm gonna show you this motherfucker body, bro. When you see this body, Mac, you gonna understand why. Okay,
Listen,
but it wasn't just the
I've been
physical though.
tricked by-
Once we started delving into it though, you just said you peeling layers. Once them layers started being peeled,
You like,
it was
oh,
like,
she about this. I mean, this
What?
is what I want.
what? I'm
But I
like, you
can't-
going home to motherfucking Outback when Ruth Chris Cowboy Steak is right motherfucking here. What are we talking about?
But I can't have her.
And I can't, and that's where she's not. And bro, if I let you read my motherfucking text messages, you're saying
Exactly
what's
what
in
you-
the fucking
yeah,
thread,
Yeah.
right? And that's
Because
when
when
you
you
been,
live it,
yeah, facts,
it's the same experience.
100,
You understand what I'm saying? Different dynamics, different specifics,
Yeah.
but the same experience. You understand what I'm saying? So again, we would be saying the same thing because we're experiencing the same thing.
absolutely,
You understand what I'm saying?
absolutely.
I just know for a fucking fact I'll never do it again because, you know, I'm a lover. Like if I'm feeling you, I'm going to fall for you. I'm going to love you. And if I can't complete that act, right? And I'm not just talking sexual. I'm talking to the completion of us being together. Why would I continue to give this energy, give my energy to it, right? Why would I continue to subject myself to something I know that can't fulfill me? That's a me issue. That's not a them issue.
Nope, absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So as they say, just let me play devil's advocate. You said you'd never do that again, but they say never, right? So now, under what condition, if any, could you see you possibly being in that situation again?
Me?
Even if it was just for
As a side piece?
yeah, fun, like this is just something that I want to do right now. Like, could you, under what condition?
She
if
would
you
have to be
would?
something I absolutely wouldn't possibly see as a potential partner. And then, therefore, I'm not even about to be your side piece anyway. So the shit ain't about to happen. You know what I'm saying?
For me, it would be more or less if we OT, right? I'm on a guy's trip, you know what I mean, and run into something, and it's in that moment, that vibe, and I know you know what I'm saying, and we
But that's
linking.
not a side piece. That's a one trip stand.
Oh,
You know
that
what
would
I'm
be the
saying?
only, but so that's what I was gonna say. What are we calling side? Are we talking a continual situation?
I asked a broad general question.
Yeah,
I said, well,
yeah.
what, under what circumstances
Yeah.
would you, if ever?
So you would
So
on,
that-
on a trip.
So in that
Okay.
context, I would. But as far as how we're talking now in the sense of dealings,
Yeah.
situationship, and us like having a
ongoing situation.
yeah, ongoing situation. I don't see a scenario that I could paint, and that's only because, like I told her, I got single baddies that are absolutely trying to get my motherfucking attention, who I've been spinning, and basically because I'm so enamored
Right.
with the vibe that I'm getting with you that I wish you were fucking single. And now the fact that you're not, it's now I'm to your point. Now I'm feeling entitled. Right now, and it's okay for me to be selfish because I like what I'm experiencing right now, and I want it, but I can't have it, and therefore, with any other thing, I don't go window shopping. I'm not going to motherfucking Somerset if I ain't got a bag to, you know what I'm saying, to go blow. I'm not. I'm not going with you. If I ain't, I'm straight. Pull up on me when you done, right? So the same thing. If I can't have this, or the potential of it being mine, why am I subjecting myself to this torment?
Persisting in it. I mean, I could see starting it and just having fun, but then to persist in it to the point where you're feeling slighted,
It's
or you're
torment
feeling
now.
neglected, or you're feeling like, damn, I can't call you when I want to. I gotta wait for you to tell me it's okay to call you, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't-
that's the plight of the side motherfucker. You just gotta wait your motherfucking turn. And you just gotta accept that shit. And if you're not built for that shit, because I'm really not built for that shit. I'm not built to play second. Because I'm never gonna put you second. I was a side piece, and I put this bitch, like she was my main. Taking this motherfucker on vacations, romantic little trips, just romantic little private dinners and shit. But you married to a whole motherfucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I was the fool. I will acknowledge that. I was the fool. The whole fool. For
nothing
thinking
but
that
the fool.
I could be everything that you already got. The fuck? My dumb ass? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really think that much of yourself? I'm gonna need you to humble yourself, because clearly you ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse my truth.
So it's one thing to know your worth.
Yes.
But it's another thing to recognize your truth and your role. You ain't the husband, and you never will fucking be. Get that through your fucking head.
And when push come to shove, always get fucking pushed. I don't care who you are or how you
Yeah.
look at it. The push always fucking matters, because every action is a reaction, right? So again, and so here's where I start blaming my fucking friend, okay? So now let's hold motherfuckers accountable, okay? I'm not introducing, and this is just me now where I'm at in life, okay? Let's just understand. I'm okay, Mr. Winans, okay? Mr. Winans in life, I'm not doing the same dumb shit at 42 that I did at 22. So me like taking my married homeboy and putting him with it, like that ain't my role. You grown. If that's what you want to do you, my baby. You know what I'm saying? So I told my friend, if you knew that your married friend had a dude, like don't, like when I say bring a friend, like okay, bring me a single friend, okay? Don't bring me the bitch who you know in an unhappy situation, or at least, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, now I'm holding my friend accountable, like, okay, don't be giving me none of your motherfucking unhappily attached motherfucking friends.
But so he can dangle anything in front of you. It's up to you to
Absolutely,
bite it, though, right?
100%. Accountability is that to their
Yeah.
own self be true. I'm a
Yeah.
thumb pointing out a finger pointing, pillar for a UWM.
But don't test me, don't tempt me.
I'm just saying, like, you gotta have my back, my boy. You know,
Yeah.
like I fuck up their whole motherfucking house. You know this though. Like, you know the situation you putting us all in, because
Because he know you.
because you know.
He know your heart. He know the capacity.
know.
Yeah.
You know-
He
you
know
know
what
how-
you looking for at this stage in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Damn.
Y'all gotta call in though. Call in. Tell me
So
what's the number.
fellas, I know it's a couple fellas on here. You ever been a side dude? Call in, disguise your voice.
Dre,
put
you
the-
still on the line? I see my guy Dre on here. What up, Dre? What up,
Durant.
Collins?
Yep.
No, I know Dre done been a side dude. Dre a ladies man. Ain't he in the gym now too? You know what I'm saying? getting his Kanye
Dre
workout
say
on.
you ain't about to blow my spot up. I'm just here for the comments.
Colin said, "I never knew that." Oh shit, Colin, you know the husband, huh?
Dog.
Dog, I know that. So the funny thing is I know Taj. I know her husband. I mean,
Did you know the main nigga before the husband?
No, I don't know the
okay.
first baby daddy. I don't know Doggy Bone. I know they hood. You know what I'm saying? And, that's just funny because they from one of the most treacherous, respected hoods. You know what I'm saying, on the west side. 100 years, my baby. You feel me? And I can only imagine the turmoil they could have potentially. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's like
Taj, you ain't shit, bro.
playing in
Like,
your own backyard. That's too close for comfort. Like that could have got real messy though.
Taj ain't shit, bro. I love you, my baby.
That could have got real messy.
What about you, Mark? I mean, like how you say you went into situations where you willingly, you know what I'm saying, well, like accepted that role. Like, what was the thought process behind that, my dude?
I mean, because it was kind of like, just like you explained this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you got pork chops, macaroni, and broccoli walked up the block and shit. And that's like your favorite food and shit. You know what I mean? And if it walk up your driveway and shit, and it's just like, well, shit. I know this might be somebody else's plate. Somebody else may have bought the plate. This motherfucker walked up my driveway. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like, you know, I like it. I want it. You know what I'm saying? So that was really what it was. And me just accepting the fact that, like, okay, this is not going to be mine. And that was part of what was cool about it, because it's like, I don't really have no obligations. I don't have to fulfill no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no, you know what I'm saying, expectations to fulfill. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. I know what it is and shit. You want this like I want and shit. And what it is that we want is all it is that we want and shit. Like, we don't want. So even if it was right a vibe that we got the, you know, it was just like, you know, I still had to have that fence up to be like, you know what, don't do it, man. You know, because you already know what it is and shit. Let me know with somebody else. And not only that, I would be in the back of my mind fearful of losing her how I got her, right, in that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, how do I know that if I put forth the 100% effort to try to, because of course I know that I'm filling voids, right, whether it be personality, whether it be physical, mental, whatever it is, just a confidant, whatever, I know I'm filling voids. So I know if I do that, right, now am I going to overcompensate myself to the point where I'm not able to fulfill these things now that when I get the responsibility of being the main one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to over obligate myself. I don't want to start something or give somebody something and I'm not going to be able to continuously. I don't want to spoil you.
Right.
So I'm not going to give you too much. Even though this might be something that I want. I don't know what it is that's your bad thing.
And that's the other thing. That's a good point. Doing too much. Because you do, like, because it's your nature.
Yeah, just because
you
this is me.
Do for people that really don't deserve what you're doing.
You know, when you give motherfuckers steak when they used to hot dogs and shit, they don't know how to act. And
they
shit,
don't know how to act, and they want steak from now on. They want steak,
like, you know what I'm saying. If I'm not prepared to give you steak throughout the whole duration of the shit, then I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, give you that shit at the beginning.
All right, this might be our angel of the week.
What's going on, caller? Who is this, and where you calling from?
Hi, my name is Marquita Weatherton, and I'm calling from Lola's home.
Okay.
This is our angel of the week, Marquita Wethington. She just broke ground on her new home for seniors, disabled. She's doing great things in our community. Marquita, give us a little information about your organization, about the home, how people can reach you, and what you're offering.
Okay, my name is Marquita. My home is called Lola's Home. I am a licensed residential care home that takes care of the elderly, those who are mentally or physically disabled, who have had strokes, traumatic brain injuries, Alzheimer's, dementia patients. I've been a nurse for 5 years now. I've just recently got my license as a residential care home facility August 30th of this year, so a couple of days ago. So what my goal is to give the community options, because everyone thinks that when they can't take care of their loved ones anymore, it's time to put them in a nursing home. But that's not always the best option, because there are different options that people can have to care for their loved ones. My particular home, I have a 3-bedroom home that house 6 people. There are 2 to a room. There's 2 to a room. I have 3 staff members on duty at all times. We're a 24-hour facility. We provide assistance with just their daily living. We have patients from bed-bound patients who cannot no longer walk or get up. We also deal with patients who are nonverbal, who may not be able to communicate due to a stroke or other health conditions. We also deal with those who have been in car accidents or multiple sclerosis. There's like a priority or illness that we take care of.
And how can our listeners get in touch with you if they have a family member or interested party who may be able to benefit from your home?
My phone number is 313-510-9830. My email is lolashomellc@gmail. That's LOLASHOMELLC@gmail.com. And I'm also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Lola's Home as well.
Marquita, First of all,
Yes.
congratulations. I
Thank you.
did a 20-year bid in the medical field, so I'm very biased toward our healthcare professionals because at one point I was one. So salute to you, and
Thank
definitely
you.
salute to you for securing a bag. Okay, you said two to a room. I said okay, but let me tell you what's so unique, and I'm really excited about where I know. Excuse my truth is gonna go with Mac and Macho because like this was divine. Like no joke. My cousin is a RN. She's BSN. She's like heavy in the medical field, and she called me today because our cousin had a stroke.
I'm sorry.
Yep, and thank you, I appreciate that. And but he had a stroke, and he's also in a situation where his living situation is not going to be feasible for him. You know what I mean, coming out of that situation. So
Correct.
I am absolutely going to connect with you offline and get a little more
yes.
information from you.
Please do.
No, 100%. So we appreciate you being the Angel of the Week, and as a part of you being the Angel of the Week, we are going to bless you with some of the hottest merchandise on planet Earth right now. One of our regular sponsors, Loyalty Breeds Loyalty, will bless you with some merchandise. So you,
Thank you.
yep, like the social media handles are just that, Loyalty Breeds Loyalty on Instagram. You can like DM that one with your contact information, or Facebook Macho LBL, as well as the Loyalty Breeds Loyalty Facebook page too. But we definitely need to get your information so we can present you with that merchandise.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
And then real quick also, as well, sister, we got a real big event coming up on the September the 24th, right? And if you are interested, right, because we have some news some news stations come out, news platforms like Channel 2, Channel 62, and we'll be doing a live podcast marathon on September the 24th. So, and it's also like some sort of like a little bit of a pop-up event. So we already have like 40 vendors that are involved with the event. So if you are interested in coming out and setting up a table to hand out your information and spread the word about your situation, then you're more than welcome to. So inbox the page and we'll set you up with the information where you can come out to that.
Okay, I definitely will. I will definitely get further information from you guys in regards to that.
Most definitely. So you definitely were an Angel of the Week this week. Like
Absolutely. She done blessed
true
up.
to the
Yeah.
words, right?
Thank you for
Thank
calling
you.
in,
I truly
Marquita.
appreciate it. Oh,
Appreciate
you're welcome,
you.
Mac. Thank you.
All right. Much success to your business.
Absolutely. Blessings,
you, I
peace and blessings
appreciate
to you,
it.
sweetheart.
Thank you.
All right, Macho, we about winding up. What are your final thoughts on our topic today?
My final thoughts is 'tis the season. We ain't talking fall season. We talking side piece season, but it's officially the last side piece season for Macho. I am no longer going to subject myself to this type of cruel and unusual punishment.
That's what it is.
That's what it is, my baby.
That's it.
That's absolutely it. That's it. I'm not.
I mean, you come to a place where you're done with it.
So I'm listening, and that's, to me, that's growth,
Yeah,
right? Again,
yeah.
like I said, I'm a whole granddaddy out here in these streets. Shout out to my grandson Rylan. You know what I mean? So hide your grannies. You know what I'm saying? If she's single, tell her to holler at Macho. You feel me? Like, I'm not playing no more games with these unhappily attached mucks. You savage mucks. So I've had like so many people DMing me. No lie, my friend said I call my kids. She said, I call my kids, I call my little cousin. I asked them, they say they do not know what muck is. I say, because that's Macho word. Let me
Right.
put you hip.
Right.
It's for miserable or messy, unstable creatures. And it's the way we replace the word bitch. So I'm really just trying to like get out of calling respectfully. In my D-Mac voice, respectfully get out of calling women bitches.
Right.
So I say mucks. And like, listen, muck can be a dude. There's dudes that are mucks. Okay, so
Just
I'm
like
not.
there's big dudes that be the other
Okay,
word. that we're
right?
trying to
Right.
So
Right.
I'm not singling out like women. I'm saying like the
Let's
word
replace
bitch.
the word.
It replaced the word
Yeah,
bitch. So
yeah.
I don't call dudes bitches. I call you muck. You old
Right.
muck ass clown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
not gender specific.
it's not, because it just means you either
It's character
miserable
perspe-
or a messy
Messy.
creature. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Messy, miserable, unstable
Unstable
creature.
creature.
That's what you are. Like your mama didn't raise you to be that way, or maybe she did. You muck.
Yeah.
Right. Well, my final thought is I want to speak to the side pieces. Look in the mirror. Realize who you are. Recognize your worth. Do not accept anything but the best for yourself. And the best is not second. The best is first. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't let nobody manipulate you into accepting that bullshit. Just because they unhappy, tell them to go to counseling or get a fucking divorce. And if they ain't willing to do that, then they ain't willing to really problem solve. They just want you to
Mac.
be a substitute for their problem.
Professor
Okay,
Mac. Professor Mac coming through. That's
Mac.
what I
And
call
I'm
this shit.
speaking from experience, and I'm not coming from a high horse because I had to go real low to do
Facts.
some shit like that for some years.
Facts.
So I'm humble,
Facts.
but I don't want you to make the same mistake. Say no to being a side piece. No more side piece.
And since she said say no to make the same mistakes, I'm going to say experience is a teacher of fools.
Absolutely.
A wise man learns from another man's mistakes, and in this case, you can learn from Mac and Macho's mistakes on Excuse My Truth podcast with Mac and Macho, my baby.
And on that note, we out this piece.
Are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Nasty Production.
7